August the 5th, 2016. There are many reasons for a trail to be considered one of the best of the Trans-Canada Trail. Often it's fairly easy to determine why. It could be scenic. Places such as the Myra Canyon have just absolutely stunning physical characteristics and qualities that make them compelling and attractive. And yet others, perhaps the reason is not as immediately apparent. Here on the Athabaska Landing Trail, it's cultural and historical. What we're on, not very scenic perhaps, to many, is in fact one of the original settler routes, running more than 100 kilometers from the North Saskatchewan River, not far from Edmonton, north to the Athabaska River, where the present-day community of Athabaska is found. And so what we're on, which is used by the locals quite a bit for wagon riding, when you think of all the different uses of the Trans-Canada Trail, this in fact is what, 100 years ago, this would have been a road. This would have been the only kind of road that might have been found in this area. This was, other than water, well, this was one of the reasons why water was the best way to maintain contact through communities, because what we were on was rough, was closed in, was isolated, and despite what one thinks of the so-called prairie provinces, up here largely wooded today as it was then. So, whereas for other parts of the Trans-Canada Trail it may be compelling and dramatic scenery, here in the Athabaska Landing Trail you have an opportunity to recreate the voyage of those original settlers, to perhaps experience in some small way the type of travel, the type of trials and tribulations that they underwent as they went through a largely forbidden to them, unknown and strange countryside, from which, when you compare it with the Europe of the 1900s or late 1800s, from which it appeared human hand had hardly ever touched. So that's the Athabaska Landing Trail from Collinton through to the town of Athabaska, and it is one of the best of the Trans-Canada Trail.